Hey folks, so what is Camelot Unchained? This is going to be a little introduction into the game, and if you like especially MMOs with a focus on PvP, why you should have this game in particular on your radar. So Camelot Unchained is a tri-realm MMO with a focus on PvP, or let's rather say realm versus realm. It's been developed by City State Entertainment. The band is being led along by Mark Jacobs, who was known for Dark Age of Camelot and later Warhammer, Age of Reckoning. The game itself, the plot is basically the world has been destroyed by the whale. I will do another video about what the whale is in the future. Whale storms tore across the land and destroyed everything, so you as a player live on to rebuild and reconquer what remains. So when you're starting the game, you will choose between three realms, which are the Arthurians, the Tuatha De Danann, and the Vikings. Each of those realms have 10 unique races and 10 unique classes, so 30 classes overall to choose from. I'll go more in depth about what other classes are and in detail in another future video. And for people who like crafting, there will be a pure crafting class, so overall it's 31 classes. Camelot Unchained will not be free to play. There will be no loot boxes or anything that would monetize you. Maybe skins in the future. This has been hinted, but nothing has been set in stone in particular. Camelot Unchained requires skill and effort, not an open wallet. That's what Mark Jacobs said a lot of time. There will be no dungeon raiding day after day to get your gear and maybe be able to PvP after months of grinding. Not in this game, you start right away in PvP. There are no PvE elements in this game. You start in PvP and progress and grind in a PvP progress oriented scheme. So for all of that to happen in a fluent manner, CSC has created their own in-house game engine to be able to run large-scale 100 versus 100 player battles with particles and effects flying across your screen in high frames per second. So they did some beta tests in the past, like with 1000 bots on the screen, and as you can see here on the screen, it showed still 44 or 45 FPS, which is really good for so many things to happen on your screen. For that to succeed, they partnered up with Nvidia to ensure this. And so Camelot Unchained PvP will be small scale to large scale battles. No instances, no battlegrounds, etc. All of that on one big server. Probably per region, and depending how many players will fit on to maintain replay and recognition among your foes and allies. So for many people, especially for former or even current Dark Age of Camelot players, this is the next big thing, as the MMO genre got very stale in the last few years in my opinion. So player interaction and the feeling to accomplish something together for the realm or the server have been lost along the way, which were a big part in Dark Age of Camelot, and hopefully will reoccur again with Camelot Unchained now. Players who do not have much time playing games like this, like you have a job, 18 hours, you have kids, etc. You know how it is nowadays, it's not like 10-15 years ago. They will have the chance to log in the evening and jump right away into the PvP action, since the grindy PvE part falls away. No more grinding for weeks or months, depending on how much time you have. This game will not be an action combat MMO like Terra or Ion, so you won't be able to mouse lock and move and jump around like a madman in hope no one's gonna hit you, because if you do this you'll probably miss all your swings and hits. So there's target-based hitting in this game. So projectiles can be aimed to certain body parts, block styles, after evade styles, skill chains. Skill-based combat is the big thing here, so all of that is in this game. So if you aim for the head and your opponent doesn't have a helmet on, but all of his other body parts are covered in heavy armor, you will do a lot of damage on him, because, well, his head is not covered, right? He's gonna have bad luck. The beta date is scheduled to be announced soon, so hopefully by the end of this year we will be able to play it. And the game release maybe hopefully 2019. Yeah, thanks for listening. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below in the comments, and I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. What are your thoughts on the game? Let me know, write down, and follow and subscribe for more Camelot Unchained content. I will try to bring one video per week out, and if I get the hang of it, hopefully more. Stay tuned and thanks again.